Well, hello everyone. This is Creating with the Crew, or Crafting with the Crew, or whatever we feel like calling it, whatever day we are at. I've got Kitty Chaos with me right here. I'm Paulo Garbanzo, and we are doing stuff today. I think mostly we're just talking smack. But we are high top our underground layer here at what do we call it? Like Canary. It's like Aaron and Kenny all like smashed together.
Canarian.
It's a fine place. This is where we shot our game last night, and we had it's a great, awesome room. Hey, there's Mab, and just some guy from Tennessee.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. So this is all he's got his whole room decorated like stone.
I could pick my
spin the camera around.
Yeah, I could take my computer for a little tour.
You could.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that. I'll wait till more people show up to do that. Yeah.
And we got all sorts of cool things. LED windows that change colors. boop, boop, boop. Yeah. So we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, there's some weapons and a suit of armor, and yeah, I'll do a little tour when we get going a little bit.
Yeah. There we go.
Neat.
Yeah, I know it's Steel Fox. It's not Steel Fox.
Steel Fox is everyone, so
Fox
technically
everyone
it's always
and
Steel
all
Fox.
Yeah, Steel Fox Day. Oh my gosh. So now next we're gonna like Steel Fox is gonna be like Guy Fawkes. And then it'll be Guy Fawkes.
Yeah.
And actually it'll just be Guy Foe because of course it's and then but it's FAU. Here on Earth we pronounce everything the French way. We just drop the last letter. Oh. The purple glitter arrived.
Yay.
And here, of course, is ready for primetime television, Lady Prue.
Hey.
What's up, y'all?
Sup?
Let's see.
Daytime lighting is different from nighttime lighting.
It sure is.
Yeah. Let's see which side of my face is in the dark. There's nothing I can do about that. Hi, guys. You ever sleep well?
More or less.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah. So I'm actually, what I have to do today is a bunch of videos. I'm editing the videos for the Krampus Yuletide calendar. And let me see if I have a picture of that. Let's see. Oh, no, not on here. Not on here. I have it somewhere else. So we have the Yuletide calendar. And every day there's a new link to a new video that will be popping up that does like a 5-minute video about whatever the creature is, the classic cryptid the classic cryptid of the day. So there's going to be a bunch of those videos coming out, and I'm finishing up processing a bunch of them, and then we're just going to put them up on YouTube. And each day they'll premiere as you open your Advent calendar.
Cool.
Good day, Sir David. And just some guy. Good that Prue doesn't have a bad side.
That's just too sweet.
Like, would it be Go Foo on Earth? Go Foo Day?
Well,
Guy Fawkes. Guffaw Day. Perfect.
There you go. Oh, awesome. And thanks, Sir David, for the video. Yes, Madam Ansa shot the video, sent it to me, and even though I have very lacking internet, I was able to actually upload it. Man, you just don't realize how good we have it when you don't have it good. Kitty still does have her tattoo.
Yeah, yes. I was thinking that could be one of the things that I do today is take the tattoo off on camera.
That was such a bold choice.
Yeah. The good news is I couldn't find a Sharpie last night when I was trying to put the tattoo on. And so I ended up finding some eyeliner and I used that, which is going to be easier to take
A little
off.
easier to remove.
Yeah. But
no,
so
that's supposed to come off.
Yeah, I have finishing touches on the Echo costume that I'm supposed to be doing right now, but all the materials are in a different place from the place where I am right now. So I'll just be charming for a little while and maybe leave early so I can go work on it.
I think you're cool.
Thanks. I think you're cool too.
Ooh, maybe this is the opportunity to write that new hit single from the Dunning-Kruger effect.
Oh God.
Oh my.
So this room is in their technically the attic space of their house, right? So they finished it off. It's not attic space because it doesn't have air conditioning and all that stuff. So it's just the upstairs.
Nice.
But so I have this fake band that I haven't made up yet, it's still a fake band called the Dunning-Kruger effect. And right, so they just don't know how bad they are. That's the whole point.
Maybe explain Dunning-Kruger effect in case anybody doesn't know that.
The Dunning-Kruger effect is that you think you are a professional or you think you are an expert and you are not.
It's like the opposite of imposter syndrome.
Yes, it's the exact opposite of imposter syndrome. So you have you think you're elite expert and really you don't know anything about it. And so
that is hilarious.
Yeah. So
nice.
So I was like, what if there was a band called the Dunning-Kruger effect? Because then you're like, well, if they're calling themselves the Dunning-Kruger effect, do they know how bad they are?
Right.
Are they bad? And then I was like, and then you have to have all your songs have to be like weird, but then you're like, oh, that doesn't make any sense. But then you listen to the lyrics and then you're like, maybe these people are smarter than are as smart as they think they are.
Just some guy put it into good words. Wait, there we go. The less someone actually knows, the more confident they are that they know everything.
Yes.
He sees it all the time in software engineering.
Sure. Learning a new language, you're like, yeah, I got this. And then you have a conversation with someone and you go, oh, you know what? We never covered any of that.
Yeah, no, I don't got this.
Yeah. So you really, the more you know, the more you're like, oh, the I should have, would have. How do you conjugate that in another language is always rough. Ooh, there we go.
So I'm trying to show off what it is that I'm working on today. These are dice that I pulled out of molds that need to have numbers painted on them. So sorry about the lighting, but that's what we've got today, you guys.
Designs, sparkly.
Yeah, so that's what I got. I don't have enough signal to call in with my phone, and also, but these are blue and green dice.
So just some guy asked, is that the same eyeliner Cookie took from Paulo to write haikus? I wouldn't know. I don't remember that. When we were doing them at Sherwood, yeah. Did I write haikus in eyeliner? I don't remember very much. I remember getting on his shoulders on the trampoline and Baby Bird and other things, but I don't remember the
Do you think maybe the shoulders on the trampoline had something to do with your lack of memory?
Oh, it was.
That sounds like a terrible idea.
Yeah, it was. It was Sunday after Wench Day, and I kept coming over to his place to do haikus with a bottle of whiskey. So it was like I was already drunk, and then the two of us would proceed to get drunk for the 2 hours of haiku writing.
Yeah.
Oh my!
It was pretty nuts.
That's a party right there.
So, Prue, since we have you, maybe we can write the next verse. So, the Dunning-Kruger effect. I have a ton of songs that they need to write.
Nice.
One of them being downtown #town. So, because you look at it and you go, clearly that's supposed to be downtown Pound Town, but we never say that. We always just say,
town.
"Gonna take you down, downtown #town." And
I love that.
But then it's all about hashtags. And then,
and then it's a cutting commentary on modern communication and social media. Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, first I want to say, Flying Woodchuck of Doom. By the way, great name.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, the phenomenon where someone holds another one's beer while said person reboots the Nightmare on Elm Street reboot.
Oh God! Wow. Yep.
How many times can you reboot it? You sometimes you just need to turn it off and never turn it back on.
Everyone's got dreams, Paolo.
Look, I was there for the originals, all right? Scared the shit out of me.
I don't like horror movies, so I was not.
You know what's weird is I liked them when I was a kid. I was all about them when I was a kid, and now I don't like horror movies.
My brother was, and that he turned me right off them.
Yeah. Question from the comments here: how many people on screen can breathe fire? I can breathe fire. Drew, you don't breathe fire, do you? Yeah.
That's a no from me, dog.
I will say I can breathe fire, and I certainly have been paid money to breathe fire, but I really don't do it anymore. Mostly because I enjoy having functional kidneys and livers. Well,
I mean, I would like to do it at least once, but I know I'm going to lose my eyebrows, and if it's any danger to my lungs, then I try to avoid it.
Fun fact: that was the first circus skill I actually got paid for. Back in the early days of my becoming a little circus clown person.
Nice.
Before I ever got paid to juggle or do any of that shit, the first thing was fire breathing.
And by the way, I keep looking over here because you know what? Here's the thing, Kitty. We can change these now since we're.
Oh yeah.
Now.
That doesn't look ridiculous anymore.
I was about to say, you guys need to either need to stop, or this is just your bit for the rest of time. Is that you're always sitting on the wrong side of each other when you're in the same room.
Now I'm gonna start talking to you over here like this.
Okay, well then wait. You go that way, right? And then we'll just
oh gosh.
Boop. See, look at that. Look at that.
I hate this.
And on 3, we'll just turn back around.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, boom. What? Okay.
I mean, and you guys, I would like to point out that I'm always in the top right corner. And so that means that whenever I'm talking to anyone during game, I'm just always talking to my windows.
Open out to the audience, right?
Yeah, exactly. I cheat out to the audience while also directing focus to my teammates completely alone at all times.
See, because you're awesome.
Yeah.
That's effing teamwork. Yes, just some guy from Tennessee. Sometimes I remember that Kitty does juggle. Thank you. And hi, is it Silencio? That's how I would pronounce your name. Welcome to the show.
Silencio. Speaking of juggling, we should do that at some point before Saturday, maybe.
And here we go. False fact. I like that. That's called a false fact. Fire breathing was started by undercover dragons who like to show off while remaining incognito. Yes, of course. So I have a funny story about fire breathing for a gig, and it was that I got a phone call and they were like, "Hey, can you breathe fire for this TV commercial?" And I was like, "Sure, but it's a TV commercial, which means that absolutely I'm literally gonna sit there for 10 hours and breathe fire continuously until you feel like you've got the perfect shot, and that will kill me. I will die." So I said, "Here's the thing: it's $500 per blast. I will give you good blasts, but it's $500 each, because I know damn well that you're going to have me there for 7 hours and do 700 blasts if you have your way." And
wow, nice.
And they were like, "Oh, hell no," and they hung up. And 2 hours later, they called me back and said, well, we couldn't actually find anybody else. So, all right. It's like, that's your offer? I'm like, hell yes, that's my offer, because I know I've done commercials. I've done tons of commercials. Like, yeah, that's what's going to happen. You're just going to sit there and they're going to go, ooh, could you maybe stand over here? And then we'll get it like from here. And then we'll stand over here. And I'm like, So I go to the
Way
game.
to advocate for yourself, bro. Top marks.
I mean, if I hadn't, been doing commercials in other aspects, because I used to paint sets and also juggle for commercials and whatnot. But, like, I know how commercials work. You stand there for 18 hours a day for 3 days trying to get a 30-second shot,
So
the guy there, it's for some truck commercial, and like, okay, well, stand on the back of the truck and like breathe fire over the truck, okay, all right. Give him a nice blast. Okay, wait. What if you were standing here and, over the hood of the, okay, now wait. What if you're like walking by and you suddenly blow fire?
Did someone come up to him and be like,
well, so after number 4, in short order, after number 4, I was like, I went to the PA, the production assistant, and I said, does the director know that this is $500 per, as my contract states? And the production assistant was like, what? Like, yeah. And so then I watched as like the PA goes over to the assistant director. What? With his contract. Goes over to the director. What? Like, and so they were like, can we do 4 more total? I said, sure, but it's going to cost you. And
your money.
So I ended up doing 8 blasts.
Nice.
And that was, $4,000. So, and that was 1999 money. So, that was
wow.
That was,
you got away with that.
That was rent. And
I gotta learn how to breathe fire, y'all.
Yeah.
So did you notice that, by the way, every time I make like a point that I think is gonna land, I like look over to the right, even though no one's over there right now.
I just like put you over here. Then
no. Right? I mean,
okay, right, exactly, right.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no. Well, if Tommy shows up at some point, we can put him down there, and it'll all work out.
Yeah, I just that's part of my contract now. I always need people to be on the left of me on the screen so that I have someone to gesture to.
Yep.
So I have a less charming and less successful end story to dealing with TV mother lovers. This wasn't me though. This was a girl I knew who had just started learning how to sword swallow. Just started learning how to, and then American Horror Story was doing the freak show, and they were having auditions, and so she was like, "Shit, I gotta audition." And so then she's like, "Okay, I gotta hurry up and get good enough at this to go audition." So she goes and auditions, and they have her do all that shit. Like, okay, now put the sword in. Okay, now pull it out halfway. Okay, now put it back in. And her esophagus was so fucked up. She had to have surgery, and she never sword swallowed again.
Oh,
yeah.
crap.
No,
so Paolo, you need to Paolo, you need to host a seminar.
Right.
Paolo, you need to host a seminar or something like to help people advocate for their own,
she just wanted that gig way too bad.
Yeah, and I mean the point honestly is like if you don't know yourself what your limits are, then you're gonna get railroaded, and
But they don't exactly spell out what you're getting yourself into for these like promo hits and commercials and stuff.
Yeah, because they're just you're there on set for 10 hours, like that's what you're getting paid for. So you're at their beck and call, unless you say otherwise.
I love Silence Zero, by the way, coming in with all this like science news. This is delightful. duck-billed dinosaur has a forward-facing blowhole. Could cook the same fire juice that the bombardier beetle. And, wow. And let a blast loose as it's hiding by the edge of the swamp. That's right. Duck-billed dinosaurs are the fire breathers of the dinosaur world. I mean,
it makes sense.
I like that there's
That's
real
just
life,
science.
like real life elemental offensive.
right? Yeah.
Like electric
I love it.
is an elemental.
So I like
Can someone
flying woodchuckers.
share their screen and look up the bombardier beetle and see if we can find it in action.
Oh yeah. I'm afraid they might want you to breathe fire next to the pumps for a QT commercial. So hilarious side note story. One time when I was actually painting sets for a movie, there's a thing called you're the charge painter. You're the on-set painter. If they're shooting something and something gets wrecked, but they need to like redo it and shoot the scene over, you have to go and repair everything and paint everything up to make it look like it just looked like the last scene.
Right.
And so this whole thing, they had this car that's going to be in a stunt, and they were like, you're going to need to get paint for that car. And we were like, and the whole paint crew was like, well, finding the actual matching paint is really difficult and costly because, like you can go to the Nissan store and be like, well, what is that paint number? It's, it's got a paint code, but you don't have, that's a trademarked paint code. And so you can't just go get it at Lowe's. It does, And so we were like, has anyone ever seen this car? If it has not been on screen yet, we can paint the car. Like we'll make 15 gallons of paint the car. And then if it gets scratched or anything, we have the paint and we can just go and you're ready. But they were like, oh, no, it's got to be this, blah, blah, blah. And we were like, we can make a paint color that's super close. Anyway, long story. So they're adamant that it's got to be the car that they've got that color, even though the car's never been on screen at all. So me and the other painter were like, and they're like, you have to go get this paint. We call every Nissan store in 100-mile radius. And they're like, one store has little bottles of like fingernail polish size bottles. And we're like, how many do you have? 2. Okay, we'll buy them. It's like a 30-minute drive there, 30 minutes back. Meanwhile, the entire crew, the entire film has stopped because they're waiting for us to have the paint ready just in case they wreck the scene and they have to do it over again, right? So everyone is like, you're costing us hundreds of thousands of dollars. It was like, we could have just painted this car. We could have painted this car, would have been done. No, blah, blah, blah.
Seriously, what the hell?
So we come back, and we're each of us, we're the 2 charge painters on the set, and we are each holding our little fingernail polish sized bottles of paint, just going, they waited for us to get this. We're so fired. And so then they do the scene. They race these 2 cars down the street, and everyone's backed off, because this is a dangerous car. Stunts are really dangerous, of course, and they got to make sure everybody's in the right places and everything. And they race these 2 cars down this road, and then the 2 cars slam together as per the scene, the entire side of both vehicles, and both of us were like, oh shit! Oh, we don't have enough paint for that, and bam! And we're like, oh! And we're both just like, ooh! And then they go another 50 feet, and bam! They hit the 2 cars again. No! And we're just like, oh god, we're so dead. We're so dead. And then they pull the car off to the side, do this whole big thing, make everyone get even farther back. And then they have a giant explosion. Now, they couldn't blow up the functional car, but they had a giant explosion and the car was in it. And you're like, oh, well, we definitely don't have enough paint for that.
So hopefully they got it in one take.
Yeah, did they get the shot?
Yeah, because when they blew up the car, they were like, okay, yeah, let's do this. And they go, big giant fireball on the car. And bigger than my fire breathing, that's for sure. But, we're just both sitting there like holding these little, literally like fingernail polish sized paint containers just going, yeah, no, we don't have enough paint for that. Just whatever. The amount of money that gets wasted during a film shoot is phenomenal.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Like, and there's people whose job it is to like save money for movies, like, and anyway, I don't know. Sometimes they miss a few things. I don't know, but weird things happen.
Or sometimes they just get told, no, we want it this way.
Yeah. Yes. Well, hey,
Very
welcome everybody
lucrative
to the show.
industry.
Who's new? This is Creating with the Crew. We're just hanging out and having fun right now, working on some projects. Of course, right now we're just telling stories. We are in our new location for the last 2 episodes of the Nat 21 Adventures, which is our friend's house. Aaron and Kenny have invited us into their Dungeons and Dragons room. It is the second floor of their house. It is not a dungeon per se. It is the Dungeons and Dragons room.
Everyone needs one.
Yes, it is quite awesome.
So cool.
I did. They had asked me a while back because I used to do set painting and stuff like that and set construction. They had actually asked me some advice on a few of the things, and it has turned out fantastic. And with some more dramatic lighting, it looks even better. They installed these little windows with the little things that change. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! That's so cool.
Last night's tattoo is not coming off.
The windows are independent of the other lighting?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
You guys.
Yeah. There's just LEDs in the back there, and they have their own remote. And then I have my remote for my other lights. So we can like.
That's incredible.
Those lights.
I see it coming off on the makeup wipe, but it still looks like it's on my neck. I just wanted to take off my my grok tattoo before I give a tour of this sweet, sweet room. I'm gonna pick up my what? Yeah. I mean, I was gonna get it anyway. I just didn't think it was gonna be that messy. Okay.
Actually, you guys, it is a pretty sweet design. I wouldn't mind wearing it. This has been an important experience for me.
If you are just stopping by for the show, we have shows all week long, Sunday through Thursday, everybody. We have gaming shows. We have this show, of course, which is just our crew making stuff.
Most of the shows are a show. This is kind of a talk show.
Yes. And so feel free to hit that follow button. It doesn't cost you anything to follow our show. And you'll be alerted all the times when we got all of our shows coming up. So here's Kitty doing the tour.
Yeah, so these are the windows, and then over here.
Go slower, Kitty. Go slower.
Okay, this is how we get in.
That's the door, actual functional door.
We've got these sweet walls, and up here is coming up is a shield, a sweet crest on it.
Nice decorations.
Do you want to tell them what that is?
Oh yeah, that one. So our man Kenny here is a great producer of set pieces, and this was going to be, this is the bridge that we had in last night's game, and unfortunately we never really got a chance to really set it up as the game piece that it was supposed to be. I hope you can hear us because we're running around the room and the mic's over here.
Oh yeah. Okay, well here's some cute areas.
Yeah, sounds great, by the way.
Oh good. So then it's got a little sword wall with a bunch of swords on it, and
snack table.
Snack table. I mean, this place is set up.
Oh, a lovely tapestry, medieval tapestry.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. My Latin is terrible, but it does seem to be sort of like, it looks very similar to the bio tapestry, but maybe it's its own story. I'm not sure.
Okay, the TV's not very medieval, but that's okay. I'm about to make up for it with a suit of armor.
Wait for it. Yep, there it is.
Oh, snap.
Nice suit of armor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yeah,
What's that behind him? Is that a flail of some kind?
some kind of
What
weapon.
that is.
Yeah.
Here's a nook with some D&D books and
Who's tried it on? We just got here, so
Maybe next week.
we have not tried it on yet, but we will. There's a little two-headed flail. There's a little nook for your things.
A lavatory.
There is an actual full functional modern bathroom.
Because we all go to the
Beautiful.
bathroom.
And Dad, you're gonna love this. Yeah, that's a jackalope.
It's a jackalope.
Oh, damn.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. And
Some more accoutrement.
there's a little shield, and then right here are some shelves with some little minis on it. I believe this is the game that they're playing. I think this is their players.
Yeah.
And then this room also comes complete with a surprise Tommy.
Hey, surprise Tommy.
Yay.
Is that the crew? Oh,
Hi.
So I hope you enjoyed the tour of the sweet, sweet medieval gaming room that we get to play in for the next 2 weeks.
So now that is why
Nice.
we need to make the song Sex Dungeon in My Attic.
Sex Dungeon in my attic.
Oh,
It's the Dunning-Kruger effect song.
Wait, you already had that title.
I know, we have it.
And now we're in one.
That's what I'm saying. I have manifested
That's
the
right.
reality, the fantasy reality has now come to fruition. Sex Dungeon in My Attic. When you want to go down, all the way down,
you got to
you
go
get
up.
up to my sex dungeon in my attic.
I want to see your rock and roll costume for this band. I want to see what,
Right?
is it going to be like 80s hair kind of?
See, maybe
like-
everyone has their own genre.
Ooh.
And then,
All right, I'm going
because
for.
I actually, honestly, I just want to be adamant.
Yeah, I was about to say I want to do 70s glam rock, so
I'm doing it, yeah.
we'll just all do that.
The song style of James Brown. Yeah, I don't know. It's like,
Legit.
is there a song style? I don't know. Is it like? So yeah, so I was like, oh my gosh, we really are in the, because they were saying how they're like Kenny's mom was like, oh, this is a nice dungeon you have, and she keeps telling the church group that my son made a dungeon.
And he's just like,
Oh,
it's
what
not
a
a
nice
dungeon. It's
What
just
a
a
nice
medieval
dungeon you
room.
have, yeah.
It's a gorgeous manor house room. Yes, the table is big. It could seat easily like 3 on either side, right? So you could easily have 7 players and a dungeon master. Yeah, it's a great table, and he's got all these amazing, just amazing.
I gave everybody like a shot of the walls, but let me see about giving them just like a good.
Like
This
the
is
room
the room.
itself.
Yeah.
I want you to like.
Okay. Because the doorway to the bathroom is pretty fun to look at.
Ooh,
Wow.
you guys, this is so stinking cool.
Right.
Matt will be our punk.
Nice. Yeah. So here we are. Now you get a little backstage shot of the action here.
Yeah, even the ceiling has some pretty.
Yeah. He's got some
Stuff on it.
decorations on the ceiling there.
I don't think you can
Gosh.
see it because the
A
light.
little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we can see it.
Okay.
Did you see
And then
Flying
I will
Woodchuck's
set
comments?
it up.
Oh no. Which one? The lovely dungeon.
Sorry.
Where's the swing? Look at it.
Yeah.
I was like, it's not a dungeon.
Here's where I shed a Ziri last night after the
That's
show.
right. You just
I did put my wig away at least, but yeah,
Yeah.
there's my beers and my props and my character sheet.
yeah.
Nice.
And I was hoping to get him over here to show us some of his builds.
Oh yeah, you were talking to him. What's he doing?
He was finishing up a project outside. Want me to see if he wants to?
Yeah, see him swing up for a minute. Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how to unbig me.
Oh, I got you.
I got
He got you. You're gotten.
You are unbiggened.
I am unbigged.
Yes.
Let me plug back in then.
All right. Yes. Yes. Thank you. Lovely dungeon. Matt's gonna be the punk. Great. Let's see. Here we go. Obama also. Is that like Eastern Obama? All right. So let's see.
Well, I mean, any swing can be a sex swing if you're using it right.
If you're good, if you're using it right. That's right.
Yep. Nice.
All right. Yes, thank you, my friends. Where can we go next from here? What sort of? Well, hopefully we'll get Kenny up here to show us.
All I can think about now is, Mab, I'm so sorry, is having sex in the swing in your house just so that I can turn it into a sex swing. I'm so sorry, but I will be coming over to your house in a couple of months, so there's something to look forward to.
Delightful.
It can be with you or anyone. It doesn't really matter to me.
Pig whistle.
I'm thinking about 10 minutes or so. We'll
right.
finish up a couple things.
Yeah, well, actually, so just before our show will end, we'll get our host in here and show us some of these cool builds that he's done because they are pretty radical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's got some great stories. We were chatting last night till very late, and we were just talking about
2:30 or so.
Yeah, just talking about going back and forth, sharing adventures and clips and things, and so yeah, can't wait for you all to meet him. Fantastic guy. Let me see what else.
And maybe even with him, we'll be able to create some amazing off-air content for the viewers.
We've been talking about having a game where he hosts, and maybe. Yep, we'll try to.
Paulo gets to play.
I just get to play.
Delightful.
Yeah.
What is Paolo like as a player?
I got to play with him once in Goblonia. It was very fun. I liked it a lot. He was constantly worried that he was railroading, like DMing, and we're like, no, you're having fun. It's great.
Yeah, fortunately, the system is different enough that you don't have to worry about some of that. And then you got to play with Melissa.
Oh yeah, that's right. We did
in my Callisto's game.
Oh, that's right. And I got to play with you in Melissa when Melissa ran Delta Green.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. You did one of the early Delta Greens.
Yeah. Yes, I actually really enjoyed that character. That was it was just such a weird. Honestly, it's kind of like my normal characters, which are usually human fighters.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know if all of you saw that meme on any of the Facebook Dungeons & Dragons things, but it was like, what your character that you usually play says about you. And it was like a whole list of things, and it's like, human. Well, you're either ultra boring or your real life is so exciting that just being a human is a fantasy.
Nice.
I was like, I'd like to think I'm the second one.
Right. Well,
So
I keep saying, like, some people, they make characters so that they can explore a part of themselves that's different from themselves.
Right.
But in always choosing, like, almost every time I've played Dungeons and Dragons, I've been a gnomish bard. Literally played Prue for 20 years now. And it's because I'm trying to be my best self.
Aww.
I am a short musician with delusions of grandeur.
Oh, come on. You're not that short.
We just gotta get you a pointy hat.
I am. I'm a shorty. I'm 5'1 3/4.
You're taller than me.
I'm not denying any of the other things. No, just...
Oh, come on. You're not short.
You want to know who's not
put hard on yourself.
Oh my goodness. When we met Alex, or those of us who hadn't met Alex Stompley yet, when we met him at New Jersey, it was like, oh, you're way up there. But because, I'm just used to seeing him from right here, and he's playing a goblin. So I'm thinking of him as a small person. And like, I met him, and he's like 6.5 feet tall.
Yes, he's a very fine, upstanding young man. There was another thing that I just saw recently, and it said, in a world of no consequences, why are you still playing the good guys? And and one of it was like,
that's telling.
Yeah, it's like because I'm not a dick, maybe like, or maybe doing good is feels good.
I play characters that are better people than I actually am.
How about in a world where there are so many people downtrodden and there are no heroes, like you can be a hero?
Yeah, think of it that way. Jeez.
I think maybe like when you're a kid, you think that everyone is good when really they're not. And then so you're like, I'm gonna be bad because bad is so out there.
Yeah, that is certainly an immature perspective.
And then you realize that everyone actually is like terrible. And so you're like,
what's the mantra from Wreck-It Ralph? Like, I'm bad, and that's good.
And
I will
that's
never
good.
be good, and that's not bad.
Yes. Oh my
The best thing
God.
I could be is me.
Yeah, if you try to play that way in Paulo's world, next thing you know, you've just found the retired adventurers community.
oh yeah. Well, in some places, I always just like if anybody goes murder hobo, you're like, you're not the first murder hobo group. So the last 80,000 murder hobo groups that came by here have killed all of the shop owners that aren't 15th level or higher. Because that rogue was like, ooh, I totally want that piece of jewelry. Stab. Well, yeah, any jeweler who's not a 15th level wizard is dead. So good luck with that.
Yeah.
See, my power fantasy is putting everything right in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, Johnny, yes, that is something that I've argued with some people about philosophically.
Yeah.
If you're only good because of the threat of consequences, you're not good. It's like,
And that's why we have atheists.
I didn't say that. Didn't say that.
So,
Hello.
speaking of,
Here
oh,
he
look, I need to
is.
point over to the correct direction.
Hello.
This is
Hey,
Kenny,
nicely done.
everybody.
This is Kenny.
How are y'all?
If you need to hide your identity, we'll put a little block over your eyes.
Nah,
In
yeah.
post. We'll hide that. We'll do it
It's
in
up
post.
it's up in the post office, so
It's in the post office.
So this is our host, and we're at his marvelous house. And there you go. He built all of this stuff, put it all together, and not only has he built the permanent building itself, but he has also built so many builds for his players, and I'm just so jelly. But yeah, if you had like one, that Skaven one was pretty much. Is that? Can you pull that out?
if you give me a moment.
Whatever you
Oh,
got.
we got
handy.
time. We got
let's see what I
time.
got handy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yay. He's so nice and cool. And last night he fed me Viking blood, and
Mead.
it was mead that tasted like sake. Like if mead and sake had a baby, it was so good.
Nice.
Yeah, so he won me over, obviously.
Yeah, and y'all killed that bottle.
We did.
Yeah. Can I?
Paulo
can I
had
come over,
some too.
please?
We let him
I had
have
a
some
couple
too.
I had a little things. Yeah. Let's see. Do we have a spot maybe you can turn
Well, this was the first
Oh my
part.
goodness.
This was the first part of the build.
Wow.
Because-
let's get that. table.
Because what D&D party does not end up in a sewer.
right.
Oh wow.
Hell yeah.
There we
Nice.
go.
So
We're gonna embiggen that.
Yeah,
we
we got
kind of made a generic make all sewer.
Amazing.
Grody.
With the grid and everything.
Yeah, and the pipes. I love the pipes.
Oh yeah.
And the rocks. Where's all the turds though? Come on.
Well, I mean the
Just kidding.
water, the
That's-
stuff's coming out. The,
The
pipes
water
is
is-
yellow.
Why it's
totally
kind of
right.
a
Yeah.
greenish,
On that
brownish
side.
color.
Needs more tentacles.
So,
Oh, and there's a little fungus and spongy things too. Yeah,
so-
that's good. Am I holding it right?
Yeah.
Woo!
Good catch. All right, let me go see if I can.
I'm not a cameraman.
Here, maybe you can clean up the table over there, and you can put it there, and then because the other
Okay.
one is not still. But all right.
Okay, do you want me to? Is that what you want? Okay.
So, all right, he's gonna go get his other units. And, Viking blood was the type of mead that they had. So,
NS map says you have to bring your own turds.
how is it that we've ended up talking about turds?
Because I'm here. That's why. Hold on, wait. This is why we were talking about turds earlier. Because I was playing with Paulo's pile of dice is just right here, so I was fiddling with it, and I said that this one looked like a turd, and
It's a fireball.
it's a fireball, but it looks. I don't know. I guess it doesn't really look like a turd. It's just brown and shaped like something. So of course my grown up self said,
Sort of reddish.
look, it's a turd because I'm a
Listen,
14-year-old
I
boy.
mean,
It's
if your
really.
turds are this color, then you probably need to see a
No,
doctor.
put it on the
It's a
table.
lot of blood. So, yeah. Just saying.
Listen,
That's it.
I am just a 14-year-old boy in the body of a 30-year-old woman. Whoa. Okay.
Yeah, you
All
know,
right.
give me 1 second. Let me get a screwdriver so I can pull the screws off of that.
Oh, I'm gonna show it to
But
them
I said-
while it's this way
okay.
first. Yeah, and then we'll get a good look at it like that.
All right. Beginning.
Okay.
Beginning. Begin.
So
Dun, dun.
this looks like some kind of subterranean situation. Oh man, it looks good. He's gonna get a screw gun and pull the top off so that we can get a good view of what's happening in there. I wanted to show it to you this way. So.
Yeah, you need to up your terrain game, Paulo.
Yeah, what's up, Paulo?
Well,
So that was there. And then now, originally when we played, this piece had a house here with some trees. And then over here where there's a hole through the board, we had a well. And there was a rope that went through to the lower level with a bucket on it. And at one point, the party members had decided that it was a good idea
As they do.
to lower one of their members down the rope
Of course they would.
and dangle them like bait.
that
So
sounds like a job for Prue.
it was
Yes, I'm in.
So this section over here that's on the top right now is the top section of a bell tower. And the premise was that the bell tower
Okay, I see it.
was undermined and sunk down into the ground.
Oh crap!
So you had, this was the top part, and then the top piece comes off, and you have the bottom half of it. And this was
Whoa.
the end of the sewer board. So the sewer board actually butted up to this little
Oh,
section
yeah,
of sewer
it is.
right here.
There's the connecting walls.
So, and we had done a crossover from Warhammer with the Skaven race. So it was Skaven or rat folk. Of course, you got to have rats in the sewer.
Mhm.
That were the ones that had undermined the bell tower and that, and then they've got their little stockade or their warren right here.
Yeah, because they have that big chariot with the bell for this.
Yeah, the
they're
Skaven
one
and
shot from like
the
a
Skaven and Warhammer love bells. So
Yeah.
the whole deal was
Yeah.
the bell tower had 3 bells, and now those 3 bells are hanging on their little warren.
Okay.
So, but the part of the mission was the party was to the Skaven had some captives, so they were supposed to infiltrate
Nice.
it, retrieve the captives, and eliminate as many of the vermin as possible.
It's hard to use this as a
So-
camera.
Oh, yeah,
Is there a spot
Are you
that's
holding
hard-
up your whole laptop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
This is
There you go. Oh, that looks awesome.
that's
Yeah.
good. Okay, we'll leave it right there.
Amazing.
Okay, continue.
So, but the party was originally quite intimidated by it because there was a lot of enemies inside this area, but they ended up leading a successful raid. Their fighters kind of got beat up bad, but I mean that's what the fighters are for. So,
Mm-hmm.
but all good times and victory in the end. So,
Hell yeah!
Awesome.
Yeah, right now everyone in the chat is all throwing up hype because this here is
So cool.
amazing. So
well, this has always been one of my favorite things. Even when I first started playing Warhammer back in the early '90s, I always was more fascinated with the painting the miniatures and building the terrain pieces than actual playing of the game. You know, so when
Right.
we started up with the D&D and that, it just
Naturally.
it was just- it was like, oh, this gives me a reason to start
Mhm.
building stuff again.
Oh man.
Yeah.
So,
My biggest
That's
downfall is
so
I need a
cool.
place to put it all.
Oh.
I found a place to put it all.
Yeah.
Right.
But I have to admit, the attic is filling up quickly.
Yeah.
Mm.
So
That's how it
there's
goes.
there's several boards in the attic that are almost as big as this table that we played. We had a maze of caverns that they had to work their way through, and then I don't know if you've ever played on a board with D&D before, where you did a reveal
Mhm.
of terrain. So,
Yeah,
so that way they don't just automatically get
Yeah.
to see everything that's there.
I was about to ask if when you brought this out the first time, you covered the sides and stuff, so they couldn't see under it. They only saw
Yeah.
that top part.
We did.
Yeah.
Just had some actually there was some black material
Mm-hmm.
that we had pinned up around the side. It was just enough so that way nobody could see it. But when they walked in here, you know, they all come up the stairs at the same time, and they come through the door. The first guy opens the door and was like, "What the hell?" The second one guy goes, "I don't know what it is, but we are so screwed."
That's like almost, every other pre-show for Paulo when he has everyone in.
Oh man, remember when he had that green tentacle thing?
Oh, yeah,
Where?
I saw
the
pictures
building,
of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was that the Brass City?
No, so I had a Brass City.
Oh
that
yeah,
I
that one
made
was
real
cool
quick.
too.
And then also, but we did have that was Jan's house, the Janpire
Oh, okay.
with
All right.
the tentacles, because
I
she
remember
has,
seeing the picture of it.
with the powers of Cthulhu and vampirism combined, she was unstoppable.
Yeah, that was intense.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Man, I really wish that I could play more with Marge because she seems like such fun to play with.
Yeah, her and Cameron are both fantastic. Just so much fun.
Oh, yeah.
Gosh.
Cameron as Pimp was just,
oh god, they're both so. But you were saying, Prue, we need to build a hot springs and spa. Well,
Yes,
our
please.
very the first season we did, we had the party ended up in it was a broken down resort town that was for dragonborns, and
Oh my gosh.
that had been taken over by monsters had taken over, and the hot springs had been fouled with evil spirits, etc., etc. And then I believe
I hate
Louis
when
from
that
London
happens.
Royal actually was helpful in that he jumped in for one adventure. And it was great. He got to be the hero. He slam dunked it was a fishbowl that was self-cleaning. Long story.
Wow.
A magical fishbowl that self-cleaned because he had an octopus, and so it was like his little pet, and so they got down into the underground where the where the spring was coming out of the ground, and there's this there's this terrible slime monster that's in the spring, and it turns out it was actually it was the spring. It was the creature. It was the spirit of the spring, but it had been fouled, and so they had to clean it. And,
very Spirited Away. I love it.
yes, kind of Spirited Away. And they had some spirit. They had spirit juice in a vial. Long story. This is actually part of the whole Slippery Steve storyline, but they had that, and so they threw that in, and it helped. But then Louis ends up literally reverse slam dunking.
Oh yeah.
So he has the fishbowl, and it he leaps. They boost him up, jump spell, all that, and he slams it down on the spirit's head, and it cleaned his.
That needed a thanks to
nice.
help pull that off, because that was
hilarious.
that took a while to actually figure out what to really do, because everything they was doing was ineffective.
Oh yeah,
and just
I love that. It's sure, you hit it, great.
It's water.
I'm sure that if it was a real creature that actually had a body, you would have done massive amounts of damage. Good on you.
You can feel very good about that.
You definitely struck what would be the creature. That's and then they go, "Oh, we got to rethink full frontal assault." Dang it! That's all I got. I got one move. I got full frontal assault. That's all I got.
Bless.
Yep.
That feeling when your one move ain't gonna do it.
Go, monk, go. Do something else. Sorry.
I love
Monks
an
have other
art game.
powers, I know.
No,
Should we bring that one back over here?
Yeah.
Or-
Well, I want to thank Kenny for showing us one of his, two of his awesome builds, and this awesome place. We are going to be shooting our last show here next week, and jump on the screen here for a second. Yeah, say hi to everybody. There he is. And we're hopefully going to do a little one shot maybe next week when we have some time.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
Hey.
cool. And we'll film it and everything.
I'll tell you what, I'm going to give y'all a teaser right now.
Oh.
I will give y'all a teaser. So maybe encourage y'all to make some time for
I'm
Thursday.
so into it.
Okay.
It's like a preview.
This is like pre-session 0.
That's right.
Oh my god, what kind of character am I gonna play?
We're so very excited.
Well, maybe this teaser will help us, figure out, what dynamic the three of us need to do to be.
It should be like
Shakespeare.
it should be
Oh yeah, and Shakespeare,
Yeah.
4 people.
it should
Yeah,
be
that'd
characters from Urt that like go into another dimension, right? So that all
Sure,
of it
right.
everything that happens can be canon.
Yeah, there you
perfect.
go.
Oh, I guess I could play Echo since I have all of Echo's costuming here.
nice.
Oh, what is this? What is this?
Ooh, it looks foresty.
Been a while since I messed with this.
Whoa. Oh my gosh, you guys are gonna have so much fun.
I can't wait.
By the way, shout out to my old improv partner Tony in the comments.
Oh, is that Flying with Chick of Doom?
Yep, I've been seeing listen, I've been looking at that name and I'm like, that sounds oddly familiar. And then he was like, yeah, Prue and I used to do improv together. And I was like, oh shit, okay. Oh gosh. Oh darn.
Oh,
yeah.
there it is. Yeah.
Been a while since I messed with it.
Gaming
the
with Prue
real-
is a ton of fun and it's great. She's not always playing like an innocent-esque character. It's like, but what's great is because there are so much backstory and that you don't know and your character doesn't know. So it's great that you have the discovery for real and in the game as your character, and you're like,
right.
oh wait, what? Why are they trying to kill you? Why are they trying to kill us? They're trying to kill me because I'm standing next to you. Arr!
What have I gotten myself into?
Swinging bridge.
Ooh.
Hey, yeah, bring it over there closer. Yeah.
Yeah, go and hold the laptop up.
Hold that laptop up. Get your workout.
Yeah. I've done camera work before. It's quite different when the screen is on front of the camera instead of behind it.
Right? It's looking good. Looking good. Oh yeah, there we go.
Oh my gosh, look at
So
that.
there's gonna be a little swinging bridge right there between all the
swinging
things.
bridge right here to tie these in.
Yeah. Right. You're hired.
We are building an empire.
Let me rephrase that. Unfortunately, you're hired. I say that because, well, the hours are long, but don't worry, the pay is low.
Sounds like the job I got already.
Oh crap, we're not getting paid for this?
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Tens of dollars.
Yes, I can buy a piece of foam board.
That's important. We need you to be able to afford phone
That's
board.
right. Well,
Finally, we can give up this life of crime.
That's right. Yeah, the phone board budget, honestly, is pretty much it's where all the money gets spent. Yeah.
Yep, that's why we started having this show.
That's right.
But yeah, I thought I'd give y'all a little teaser.
Oh, that's great.
If
We're just gonna look at
if
it.
the time does
Rest
work
of it.
out, I've got it all.
I think the
I've got
three
it
of
all
us
set
are
and
already
ready.
like,
Thursday.
we're doing that. Now we just have to like club Shakespeare over the head and make sure he does it too.
A little misery action. We'll just
Yeah. I don't foresee him being like, oh no, I don't have time for that. But if somehow he does, we will kidnap him.
Well, and that's going to be Thursday. That's going to be the day after his birthday. Because that's next week is birthday week.
Oh yeah, Tommy's birthday and Shakespeare's birthday.
What?
Oh,
When's Shakespeare's
man.
birthday?
His is Wednesday. His is the 8th.
Oh, damn.
And what
Okay.
is yours?
Monday.
Yeah, we're gonna have to have a party
Have to have a party.
because mine was a couple of weeks ago. Just throw mine in there. Paula's is coming up. We just have a big giant party.
That's right. January 16th. We're gonna be at MarsCon, everybody.
Oh yeah, so
Um,
you don't get to be part of this party. We're having another party for your birthday.
No, we're gonna be playing Dungeons and Dragons on. I'm gonna be running a game on my birthday, which means I continue to get my wish.
Mm.
Nicely done.
Yeah.
Nicely played. So
Yeah, there you go. Yep. So that reminder that we are going to be at MarsCon. That's in Williamsburg, Virginia. That is the 14th through the 16th. It's a small-ish gaming sci-fi convention.
It's really
And
fun.
It's a ton of fun. We have a great time because we have a low amount of obligations. We run the cabaret show. We run a few games, and then otherwise we go run around, have a good time.
No, you just said something that makes me think
Bye,
you.
y'all.
Oh, bye, Kenny. Thanks for
Bye,
coming.
Kenny.
Thanks for joining us.
my pleasure.
Bye, Benny.
You just said something that makes me think you have a little bit more of an idea of the our schedule of events for that. Would you like to tell me about that?
Yes. Saturday. That's
So we're gaming on Saturday
gaming on
and
Saturday
doing the
and
show
running
on
the
Saturday.
show and-
Okay.
yeah, doing the-
Why
So-
why does it have to be that order? I mean, obviously it's still gonna be awesome, but
Okay.
it would be cool to have those not on the same day.
Yeah, that would be cool, but that's not what's happening.
That's our schedule. That's
That's
fine.
Well,
I
let,
tried.
let's put on some really good shows. That way we can come back and be like, hey, Friday night we can do this, and Saturday night we can do these, and we'll.
Normally that's what happens. MarsCon they'll be their first con back since COVID, so they are very being very cautious about everything, and rightly so. But this will be their first convention back for like 2 years, so they've definitely slimmed down on a lot of the things. There's still going to be like a kids track, and there's still a gaming track, and all those other things. But definitely, like it'll be a little bit more.
They kind of want to ease back in a little.
Yeah,
bit.
they're going to ease
Not-
back in.
Not overextend themselves, jump back in because
Exactly.
I
who
know.
knows?
As long as they're
He's on down the road.
as
That
long
just means there's going to be more time for us to party
yeah.
ourselves.
So if their freaking pool
Mermaid
is closed
time.
for some reason, because Mab was so mad when we went to the hotel for the New Jersey mini
right,
Nat
yeah.
21 con, the pool was closed, and Mab was all of us were so looking forward to putting our mermaid tails on and hanging out in the pool. So if that
I wanna
happens
put on
again,
my
Mab's
mermaid
gonna flip her
tail.
shit.
yes,
Oh gosh. Oh
yeah.
dear.
Let us know if you're
Yeah,
available.
Mab's gonna
It'd
go
be
Dagger
awesome.
Cloud. On
Yeah, where you
the
live?
show.
Come to the thing. Come to the thing. Prue, come to the thing.
I might be working, you guys. Some of us have to,
Oh,
That's
earn
what I
money.
mean. Why would you work?
Nobody
I
hires anybody in the
know.
middle of January.
Yeah.
That's like the one time that I am available, because otherwise I'm doing Renaissance festivals. But there's this I do this temp job in Atlanta that pretty much lets me afford the gas money to Arizona.
Oh,
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sure you can
Oh,
offer at least
shit.
$1 more.
I
Prue.
could give you tens of dollars.
Prue, you're gonna be
Yeah.
in Arizona?
Yeah.
My house is 30 minutes from the fair site.
Holy crap. Why
We're
don't you
gonna have
work
to hang out.
Arizona?
What?
Why don't you do Arizona?
I did a few years ago. It kind of started being like in the time where I was like, this is my downtime. But
Right.
I'm
I feel ya.
actually been talking to TJ about seeing if we can get dice nights at Arizona, and then I will definitely do dice nights with TJ. and
So
whoever.
are you just chilling at home during that time? You're not doing
Yeah.
like a Florida fair?
No,
Oh my
that's
gosh,
cute.
we should hang out.
Yeah, come hang out. I gotta get
Yeah, the last time I saw you was the night of the burgers.
the night of the burgers,
Yeah,
the night of the murders.
Burgers.
the night of
Burgers.
the hamburgers.
Wait, what? Why don't I remember the hamburgers?
You were pretty drunk.
Oh,
It-
it's during fair time.
Was
Yeah,
it-
that's
wait,
status quo.
It was
Was it
the
in
last day
Sherwood?
of Sherwood.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oh God! Yes. Okay. So yes, now I remember.
The hamburger
Okay.
murders. Actually, that is a good night. # the hamburger murders.
Yeah. the
You remember?
hamburger
You
murders.
remember
Yeah,
that night? Should I tell them? Should I tell them about it?
Yeah.
Tell
Well,
us
no,
all about it. I was
actually,
gonna make you big.
The last time I saw you was when we had sushi the next day.
Oh yeah, when Danielle was like, thanks for coming together, team, and saving us all from the burger murders. Here, let me play an exorbitant amount of money for lots of sushi and an ostentatious amount of sake. So we killed 3 bottles of sake, like not little one, like large bottles of sake between the 3 of us. So
Yeah, it was awesome.
So yeah, my most meaningful interaction with Kitty Chaos before I joined Nat 21 Adventures was the last night of the Sherwood Forest Fair, when it was a fairly wet, rainy weekend. And
should I set up what happened before?
Yeah,
and then then I'll let you take over. Okay,
sure.
So how do I like leave out any incriminating information? Like, I don't want to make anybody look bad or anything.
I was gonna say, like, and I don't have a little honky horn thing, but
okay. Well,
I just mute you.
no. Okay. So
I mean, mute you.
yes.
So someone who worked in the burger joint thought that maybe they weren't going to be opening that day. And so they because there's a participant.
Yeah, so no.
And
campers. A person that I work with owns this place. This it's a restaurant that's for,
a hamburger shack.
It's like a hamburger shack. On one side is the fair workers window, and on the other side is the patron camping window. And so both windows are feeding all the people in the campground on both sides of the campground. And so somebody that I was working with owns it, and it was a horribly like wet and floody day, and the staff basically decided that they weren't going to come into work on like a really big night of making money for that place. And so I was already drunk, and like I saw her struggling, trying to figure out what the heck she was gonna do. And I was like,
the people need their burgers.
Yeah. And I was like, fuck it, I'll work your kitchen. So she and I scooped up one of the employees who is just an angel, like a dream of a gem creature. And he like really kind of ran things, and Danielle is like taking orders, and I am just like a lost ping pong ball, because not only was I drunk, but I've never worked in a kitchen before. I had no idea what I was doing. So then Prue walks up to the window with Vince Conway, and like,
my plan was to
my face, and she sees what's going on, and now you take over.
So my plan that evening was to have a nice dinner with Vince Conway, the dulcimer player, and we were going to catch up and eat a burger together, because it had become like our new favorite thing to do was to get burgers at the end of the day, which hence is why Kitty's coworker wanted to open the burger joint. And so I'm like, Danielle, can I just say her name? Like, it's not a secret.
Danielle?
Okay.
Yeah, I guess so. I just don't know how to be tactful.
Right. So I don't know anybody else's name, so this is going to work out. So Danielle was like, opening it, but she had never had too much hands-on experience with running the place. So the one person who knew what he was doing was the angel. We'll just call him the angel. And so I look in, and like the one guy seems to know what he's doing, and Kitty's like, and then they're like, just make the fries, it's going to be fun. And she's like, okay, I have potatoes. and so I'm looking in and through the window, the ordering window, and Danielle's like, it's probably going to be half an hour until we can open. And everyone kind of has this like weirdly panicked, cheerful expression on their face. So I'm like, do you need me to come back there and help? And Danielle's like, I think we'll be fine. And Kitty looks at me, and she's like, yeah. And so I was like, okay, where's your sink? I'll wash up, and I'll come help.
And
because
we barely
I have
knew
worked
each other
in food service before.
Yeah, we barely knew each other at that point too. That was a really great,
hardly ever. Like I don't think
let's be friends now.
Yeah, I don't think I may have known your name because I had been playing with Volgamut for their like bard accompaniment nights.
Oh yeah.
Tuesdays. Yeah,
you
the
were
improv,
in the room
like
when we were
Well,
starting, you were finishing your
Right.
stream when we were starting the Nat 21 stream.
But that was it. I was like, sometimes she wears pretty mermaid hair, and that's about all I knew about you. And so I go back there and I wash up, and then I'm like, then I start getting the story about like what's happened, and the people who know how to run the kitchen didn't show up today, and so I was like, okay, so I'll wash some of these dishes that were set to soak and not finished, and so I just kind of like kept half an eye on Kitty, and I was like, okay, you're gonna be fine. Yeah, you like the potatoes, they go through, like you put them
Little
through the
slicer.
julienne
Yeah,
machine,
that was kind of fun.
and then you wash them and you time them, and then Angel like told me to toast the buns, and then I chopped stuff like tomatoes and onions and stuff, and so then like we developed like a thing. We opened the kitchen, and then he was like, all right, for whenever they order a burger, Danielle's gonna write down, what type of burger and any alterations they want for it, and just follow. Here's the menu, here's what we're offering, here's when they say they want this type of burger, this is what you put on it. And we just kind of got into the swing of things, and for 2.5 hours that night we made hamburgers.
So one of the things that was going on during this, though, was I kept feeling like I was doing a bad job at whatever I was doing. So I would get upset and try to be like, maybe I should be doing a different job. And then I'd go try and do a different job and be like, no, I can't do this either. And like at one point, I was just like, and the angel came over to me and he said, are you okay? Do you need a hug? And I was like, yeah. And he gave me a hug and he's like, do you want to go smoke a cigarette and come back? And I was like, I do want that. I'm like crying and stuff. But yeah, so I went and like took a moment, came back, started getting into the swing. At some point, he turned on some music. Like after we had all kind of got our bearings enough, he put on music. And then we were like dancing and laughing and doing this. And then a bottle of rum started going around and it turned out to be great. And I think that's a lovely story for how you and I became friends.
Yes, I think that was a friendship literally forged in fire.
Right.
And then the next day, Danielle literally forged in fire. And then the next day, Danielle was like, I'm taking you girls out for sushi. And then we ate a buttload of sushi and drank a buttload of sake, and it was awesome.
It was amazing. And it was so cute though, because we all like wanted to try different types of sake. So she's like, let's get all three. And so each of us had our own bottle sitting in front of us, but we always poured for each other, because that's what you do when you drink sake with your friends.
Aw.
Yeah.
And that was the end of the season, right? So I was already gone. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, because as a dungeon master, I do know all of the ins and outs of hamburger shops.
Yeah. Did you ever get the story?
Did you do a thing? Hamburger King, Mayor, and all that.
The Burgermeister. What?
Yeah, the Burgermeister.
I don't know what that
Those
is.
are different things. Wait, which story are you talking about?
So did I ever? At some point I must have called you and been like, "Oh my God, this fucking happened."
You did. I did.
Okay.
Yeah, I did hear about that. Yes, but no, I used to work all the time at fast food restaurants. That was my high school experience. It's like, and then apparently I was the only one who was not high, and so I'd always get put on a register, which I hated because I was like, "You're not paying me enough money to think." Like, I'm sorry. I would rather go actually flip the burgers, because I can just go off in my own fantasy world and not fuck this up. And then, but it's like being on the register to actually deal with people. That sucks.
I'm having deja vu right now.
Yeah,
that's fun.
Oh, I did have. Okay, so a million years ago, I had this dream that I was working at the Wendy's or whatever, and I was like. and there's a line, and it goes out. It literally went out through the entire restaurant, out the door, and there's a million people, and I'm like, oh my God, this line's never going to end. And it's that thing where you go, wait a minute, I don't work here anymore. I quit this job a year ago. Why am I? This is weird. And I just leaned into the little microphone they used to have at Wendy's. I don't know if they have that anymore. I need a large burger with a fry. And I just went, I'm sorry, we're closed. And then like everything faded away. And I was like,
and then
yes!
You found the secret
I
recipe.
beat you. I
That's
beat you. Why
so
does my
good.
brain do that? That's what I want to know. Why does my brain do that to me? That's what I want to know.
Just to keep you on your toes.
Like, remember that job you hated that you quit a year ago? Nightmare scenario. Actual nightmare.
I used to work at
Wow.
a Wendy's.
Yeah.
You know, it was right after they started to get rid of the salad bars.
Oh yes, yes.
Yeah.
I was there in the salad. I was there in the salad bar days. That's what they call it.
I haven't
Yeah,
had
I was right at the transition point.
I haven't had dreams about working in fast food like that, but I have had dreams about ex-boyfriends like that, where I'm like, wait a minute, I got rid of you so long ago. Get the fuck away from me.
Nice.
Wait. Wait, hang on. You find that hard to believe that I'm the only one who's not high? Oh no, seriously, everyone else there was high. Or are you saying that you can't believe that I was not also high?
I don't know if I've ever seen you
I
smoke
guess
weed, like
this
maybe
is,
once.
You know, a
I don't
million
know.
years ago, Paulo. So
Yeah.
it's not, it's a different.
I just
Paulo.
remember I remember seeing this guy who was like, I went to high school with him and he's working there and he was so high. And he was told to go mop the floor. But he goes out to mop the floor, and then he sees this hot girl who I think also went to our high school too. And I mean, she's sitting with like her parents, like they're sitting there just trying to eat. And he like comes by their table, and then like he's like holding the mop, barely standing up, and he's like, I'm like, I've never seen a 15-year-old kid leer at someone. Usually that's reserved for like people much older. But oh my gosh, it was I was like, dude. I got on that little mic. Dude. Yeah, stop. Mm-hmm. And
Don't be that guy.
don't be that guy, man.
Just don't.
He's so high. Anyway. Good times. Yes, anyway.
Nice.
Hamburgers.
Great segue, you guys. We're nailing
Right?
it.
Where's the potatoes and all that? Yes, that is exactly their motto.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes. But I mean,
So I've been working on some hot glue haberdashery because I
Ooh.
also had to alter this hat to fit my my caroling companion's oversized head. So, because this is about the size that, like, it's a perfect size for me, but his head needed it to be able to expand like about that much. So
Perfect.
I've lined it so that I'm also going to put a band and a bow on it to help cover up our indiscretions. But
Nice.
now it should fit on his head, and his blonde hair won't be sticking through the back of it.
That's amazing.
So that's
Well
what I've
done.
accomplished during creating with the crew.
Huh.
I finished a cup of tea
That's right. I drank some water.
and got most of my tattoo off,
Nice.
and did some
Amazing.
excellent camera work. If I don't
Well, I
remember.
think that might be a good place to call it a day here at Creating with the Crew.
Yeah.
We've seen some awesome things. Today is Wednesday. Tonight is Goblonia. Thursday we have Shakespeare on at very early in the morning. That's right. He'll be doing his sonnets with Shakespeare. Then we have, of course, let's see. Do we have? No, all right. We don't have all the things. So we have a whole lineup of shows. Thursday night, Gothic Horror Gaming, and then myself, Shakespeare, and Kitty Chaos as Echo, the
Vassal Mermaid.
and hopefully Reverend Tommy will be there as well, hanging out.
I filled
So-
out my form on the LARF site for the participant ID.
Excellent.
So, and I am staying here for the next week and a half.
Oh, awesome! Yay, we got to figure it out.
Yep.
Now I'm
Kenny
gonna.
did let me know when I was talking with him. So
Sweet.
I am also going to be here at Louisiana helping out all of the people.
You're gonna
do
be
stuff.
my handler.
You're gonna know how to make 500 mousetraps a day. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, we might.
We'll talk
Depending on
about
how things go, we might have to renegotiate to $2 a trap.
Ah,
That's
I said
outrageous.
twat.
Get out. Like,
Okay, set them up yourself.
dang it.
what's the going rate for mermaid wrangling? We'll talk
Anyway.
about it off camera.
But
Well,
yes,
kids.
if you're gonna be out here, come see us. We'll be here for the next 2 weekends.
That's right. And then Sunday night, Savage Moon. Monday, Prue and Bedtime Tales. Tuesday night is the finale of the All Bard Party, Nat 21's Adventures. We'll see what happens. They have
we
won,
get to see
but
Rowan the Bard.
that's right. We're gonna have
And
special
Ick the
guests.
Troll
Ick the
King.
Troll. That's right. Ick the Troll King and Rowan the Bard, special guests. And yeah, we're gonna finish up this adventure and then go have a big Christmas vacation. We will have some shows that will continue to run, but this will be the end of the Nat 21 season. And then we'll take a little break, and then maybe we'll have some extra content. We've got some other things going on, and then we will start the new season. Will be right after MarsCon. And we do hope to see some of you at MarsCon. I saw that who's
Johnny
gonna
O
be-
Twitch.
Johnny O said he'll be there.
Out at Mars.
Yeah.
So that'll be a.
Yeah.
Mab will be there. I don't know if I haven't talked to May in a long time. May was saying like she wanted to go back when we first started talking about
She
it.
has something going on, but she might be able to make it.
Okay, cool.
Of course, Madame Ansa, also known as Thekla, is going to be there.
Thekla.
I'll be there. And yeah, it's going to be a great time. We're going to have a ton of fun. I hope to see you all again. Patreon Saints game. We'll have to do it next week at some point. Maybe that Wednesday. I don't know. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
We'll have to see because it'll depend if we're going to do anything for Dan.
That's right. That's right. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Because we have 2 birthdays happening
That's right.
the next
Mhm.
week.
You should push the Saints game back another week. We have a lot of things to do next
We
week.
do have a lot of things going on. We have a lot of traveling, but yeah, we'll make sure to get that Patreon Saints game in at least the very middle of December.
Yeah.
And that
Maybe
way,
right after we get home.
yeah, maybe right after we get back to
we
Louisiana.
can unsettle. That gives you time to.
Now, fingers crossed, I'm supposed to be in Italy, but we'll see what happens. All right, my friends, have a great day. Take some time to make some art, tell some stories about hamburgers, and and have a great day. This has been Creatin with the crew. Remember, there's no such thing as critical failures. Just